ABC. It's Saturday morning, really early. Thought I'd make a quick video. Hadn't made one for a couple days. Yesterday, got off work earlier than usual and wasn't planning on digging, but kind of ended up finding a couple things. So I thought I would show that, just a little bit of everything. First thing is picked up some cassettes for 10 cents a piece. Just show a couple real quick. Got Rush Counterparts. I've never heard this before, but listening to it right now and actually liking it very much so far. Iron Maiden, Power Slave, for 10 cents. I couldn't pass it up. And this is kind of interesting that Metallica, S&M, in like a little slipcase. Never heard this. Kind of didn't follow Metallica through the 90s, I guess. At the end of the 80s, I was kind of got out of them. Just I didn't like the Black Album and where they were headed. So, Rolling Stones, Steel Wheels. Like I say, 10 cents. Had to pick them up. Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, No Quarter. Never heard this either, actually. And Iggy Pop, Blah Blah Blah. Just 10 cents. Had to grab them. Next, found some records. Went to an indoor flea market I've never been to before. I think it just opened up, and found a few things. And actually found a couple things. One really cool thing at our local mall, which all of a sudden this like used place opened up inside the mall, and they had about 50 records, which was mainly junk, but found a couple pretty cool finds. Alright, this came from the flea market. It's West Montgomery, False Guitar. It's on Riverside. And I think it's this came out in '63, but I think this was like a late '60s pressing, but it's cool with me. And I've listened to that, and that's really pretty cool. Next is Escape. And evidently this was a local DC band. This came out in '85. I don't remember them, but it's pretty good. Hard rock. A little bit of, I mean, it's not metal, but it's definitely hard rock. 3-piece, bass, drums, and guitar. And I can't find any information on the internet about that. Next is, I was excited when I found this. It was Heavy Feather. I thought, man, it's got to be, you know, Psych by that cover. It's on Ace of Hearts Records. But it's not too psych. It's about 1970, from what I can find on the internet. It's from 1972, and it's a band out of Tennessee trying to be, I guess, psych or whatever, and they pretty much fail. But found this for $0.25. Gave it a shot. I also found this for $0.25. Spooky Tooth Witness. It's pretty cool. Of course, there was what, 1 or 2 members of Spooky Tooth went on to be in Foreigner. Man, love this cover. Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. I have the original pressings, the first couple albums, but this is like a best of on Rhino. Came out in the early '80s. I like Sam the Sham. And this is probably the coolest thing I found yesterday, kind of out of nowhere, in that little weird store in the mall that just opened up. It's Rolling Stones Got Live If You Want It, like a 6-song EP. It's a 12-inch, 45 RPM. It's on Decca. It's an import. It's mono. It's in like fantastic shape. this was like sitting in the middle of a bunch of Chicago and like 5 or 6 Elvis albums that they wanted $50 a piece for, that were all ragged out. I think they wanted like 10 for that. I've never seen it before, so I grabbed it. Next is, I picked this up because everybody in the VC, it seems like, is talking about Genesis and that kind of thing, and I want to go back and give them a try. I know Genesis from the 80s, so I'm going back and checking out the 70s stuff, and this one seems to be one of the big ones, I guess. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, and I've only listened to one side so far, and I have to say I'm digging it so far. It's not in too bad a shape. The vinyl's in real good shape. The cover's got some ring wear, which is typical with the white or black, covers. Next, Bob Dylan, Desire. This is another quarter find. Found these at a little flea market. The guy had like, I don't know, 20 albums, and this one, along with the Spooky Tooth and the Heavy Feather and something else I picked out of there. I asked him how much, and he said $1. I thought he meant $1 a piece, and he goes, or $5 you can take everything. And I'm like, you mean $1 for all these that I have in my hand? He's like, yeah. I said, I'll just give you the $1. Ended up being, I had 4, ended up being a quarter. And the last thing I found was The Doors, Other Voices, and this is the album without Jim Morrison. And it's still in the shrink. It's a gatefold. Kind of debating on whether to take the shrink off. I might just leave it on. The vinyl's in great shape. So that's pretty much it. Yesterday ended up being a weird day. I was running some errands, and next thing I know, I'm digging and finding stuff real cheap, so just picking up little stuff here and there. Today, hopefully we'll be hitting a record store, and that'll probably be about it for the weekend. Got a bunch of other stuff to do, so hope everybody has a good weekend. Thanks.